I remember when I wanted to make this video, and I told my mum I wanted to make this video. She was like, Junior, you need to be careful what you're putting out there on YouTube, you know. And I was like, oh, maybe. So I didn't do it ages ago. But my ass is old. I've been there, done that. And anything I do, I feel like should fulfill some ounce of purpose. If it doesn't give people joy, if it doesn't make me happy, then the most I can be doing is inspiring someone or prevent something. And I'm making this only to prevent, because I feel like we live in a time now where a lot of people want an easy life and will do anything to maintain a life that they're not even accustomed to. Like, social media is kind of turned into a devil, and it's so funny because when I was doing this stuff, or when I tried to I wouldn't say participate, but when it was how it was delivered to me, there was no social media or anything to be fabricating or to, you know, be flossing or flexing. It was just, and I thought it was an opportunity, and it turned out to be horrific. So this is the truth about my 419 story. If you guys don't know what 419 is, it has the name has derived from Nigerian scam, credit card fraud, but that stuff. And I was so young when me and my friends first, when it got brought to us, it was in college. And it was horrible. Like, I would never, I suffered and I got in big trouble, like serious trouble. Luckily, I never went to prison, or it never went that far, but credit wise and building my name back again, that took years. So let's go through. Okay, so I was in college. I can't remember if I was, I think I was 17. I was 16, 17. And this boy approached, that was in our class, I was studying media studies at the time. And he was like, yeah, basically my boy knows someone, yeah, and like all we need is your credit card details and you can get 10 grand in your account. And we were like, bruh, like 10 grand. Do you know what I was like for a 17-year-old in 2007? And I was like, ooh. Okay, so it was like, what do we need to do? That's all we need to do. Is like, yeah. And at that time, I was banking with HSBC. And I had that bank since secondary school. So I remember I opened it with £1. Oh, my little achievement for myself. Then he was like, yeah, so basically, no, was it 10 or was it 4? No, yeah, he said it's 10, and I don't know how it ends up, but he said that we get 4 out of that because so much people were taking or whatever. And it was like, yeah. Never ever did it cross my mind ever when I did this where the money was coming from. I never would have ever thought that it would have been someone's hard-earned working money or savings or etc. That never went through my mind. I didn't care. I just heard money and it was an excessive amount and I was getting a certain amount and I was like, yes, just bring it on. When we met this boy, he took our cards and nothing after. He didn't pick up our calls, and we thought it was someone we can trust because it's someone that we knew, but it was not like that at all. He didn't pick up our calls, nothing, was ignoring us. Then I can't remember what happened to my friend at that time. I think they closed her account. And I remember she was so scared because she wanted to inquire if anything's been paid in and wanted to act like she didn't know because she regretted it instantly. And then when she started regretting it, I was just like, oh my God, I just got really scared because they weren't answering and that was my main account. So I was like, fucking hell, like, what am I going to do? So I left it. And then I inquired about it like a few months later and money was there, but there was a hold on my account. So I just left HSBC, like that was that. So now the next time that this was brought to me, it was like by someone I thought I could trust, and they were like, I was like, do you know what happened last time? It was like, yeah, blah blah blah, that's not gonna happen, we're gonna take care of you and blah blah. Again, it didn't I didn't think of anything like, you know, oh my god, this is fraud. I never knew all of that stuff, to be honest. I was so naive, fucking hell. This is when it got serious. So they did it with my Barclays account. Oh my god, instantly that got I got big trouble. So they sent me a letter immediately where I gave my card to the person already and all this rubbish. They sent me a letter and they said that I have to have a formal meeting with them. I was so scared. So I went there and they were like, what were the last deposits on your account and blah, blah, blah. So I told them the honest ones that I had because I was still working at the time. And then, no, I wasn't. I was getting EMA. Wow, such a long time ago. And they were like, okay. I didn't say that, but then when I went home, I got a call, and it was from them, and they're like, we expecting that that I've been participating in fraud and that I'm being investigated and my account's being investigated, and it'll be on hold until the investigation's over and they'll tell me what the outcome is. And I was so scared. I was like, fucking hell. Fucking hell. So when I said fraud, that's when I started excited to click to my head. I was like, what the fuck? And you know what's so annoying, yeah? Going through all of this and not seeing one kobo. My God, going through all of this shit and not seeing one penny. Oh my God, it was... No, I was working at the time. I was getting EMA when I was with the HSBC. That was 17. This was 19. I was working. Yeah. So I was triple fucked because my wages were going into that account. Luckily, I had my nationwide, so I transferred that into that. And that was that. So the outcome is they sent me another letter and they told me that they're closing their account and that I won't be able to open up one with them ever again. And I was like mortified. And I was like, no way can I ever listen to anyone telling me this stuff ever again, because they make it sound so sweet, like I'm cutting it down, but at that time, the way it makes you sound, because it's approached by people that you can trust, it doesn't even sound bad. It just sounds easy and blah, blah. But this shit is very, 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 very serious. And I'm very lucky because I could have got in so much more trouble, but I got my karma because I opened up a Halifax and I had a NatWest. Somebody... And it probably would have been the same people. I don't know, because I would have already known my details. Somebody was... I don't know how it really fucks me over because, all right, in Halifax, one Christmas, there was criminal activity going on there. So someone paid, I can't remember, someone paid... like 9 grand into my account and then withdrew it 9 times out. And then that's when Halifax phoned me and they were like, what withdrawals have you made lately and blah blah. I was like, I've not made anything. I just opened that account. I never had anything to do with it. And they were like, well, I had to meet with them in the morning. And then in the morning, they confiscated my card and they cut it. And then that was a whole meeting or whatever. I didn't even think I would come out of that. I got so scared that I would be arrested for something that wasn't even my fault. And I was like, oh my God, how can that happen? And blah, blah. Because I naturally was mad. Like, I didn't know that was actually happening. Like, I had no acknowledgement of it. I do know who it was, though, to this day. I've never seen the person, but it was definitely someone that is friends with someone that I know of. And I was really pissed off because I noticed the name. Secondly, now with the NatWest, they completely shut that down because someone was paying in checks there of over £50,000, a bald black man. And then they called me in for a meeting and they said, why did I deposit I had hair then. I had cane rows. So I was like, If you, does it even look, there was no way in God's earth. That was a proper uncle. And I was fucking like 19, 18, 19. Like, I had a hair. I was like, there's obviously no correlation. They were like, well, if this is not you, you need to make a formal police report. Otherwise, we're gonna close this account right now and blah, 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 blah. So I was like, I mean, how can I make a formal police report by something I just found out about? So I didn't even have time to make a formal police report because they already put in their mind that that was me doing that and the check bounced and now I'm here. It didn't even make sense. That was a week ago. How do I grow that much hair in a week? It's so dumb. They closed that. And then I was like, oh my God. So at that point, my credit was affected like a motherfucker. My credit was so bad, I could not get nothing. And it took me about 7 years to even have an account in my name again. I was using my mum's cash card account. So when I was in uni, my student loan, my maintenance loan, all of that rubbish was done through my mum's account, her cash card account. I had line rental, but that was in her name. I could not get nothing. But thank God for my mum, because she was the only person that, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have been able to have a normal life, because there would be no way I would have had an account, you know? And it was bad. Like, anytime I was working, it would be that car they'll be paying in. And then it was a really horrific, it was so hard. But that was it for me. I was like, never, ever, ever, ever again, and blah, blah. That even put me off because, like, it was karma, because I attempted it twice, and then it happened to me twice. It was really bad. And so now I'm very blessed because I'm not only like financially healthy, I have 4 accounts and I have money in 3 of them because I took some money out in the other one before I come here. And I have 4 line rentals. And don't ask why. I mean, I've bought my mum a whole new phone on line rental, and I paid for that, and I paid for some others. And it's just like, they're all my name, it's all fine, it's all, and I never thought I would get to that point ever. So like, a lot of people that do have bad credit, just know, like, if you just work on rebuilding yourself, don't apply for nothing. It's going to be hard, and just you have to have just a easygoing, carefree type of life, because if you don't, and you keep applying, you keep getting rejected, your credit is never going to be good, and you're just going to never be touched. You're never going to be able to apply for nothing or anything. And I never thought I was at that point. It was very frustrating at times. I felt like a failure. And it's not even because of the stuff that I didn't achieve or anything, because I was still working and stuff, but it was like I could not do anything. My credit was so bad. And now it's like really good. And it's just, you know what? I've always worked, but I don't think I've ever appreciated hard work the way that I have over the last couple of years. Ooh, I'm out of focus. Over the last couple of years, I would say so, especially now. So now as an adult, I was like a child then, I understand that, and it takes especially for the type of work I do, and for how hard I work, and a lack of life that I don't have, and a life that I sacrifice just to make sure that I'm okay. And then for someone to just come and take that, like, it's not a nice experience. And it's a shame on me, to be honest, for feeling like that was an easy way of life then, but I didn't know any better. But I can't excuse it, because there's an element of me that did know better, you know. I just didn't want to do the better, because I wanted something. When things sound too good to be true, they most likely are. And stuff like that, the only person that suffers is you. And throughout the years, to be honest, man, my ass has been scammed so much, it's unreal. I wanted a puppy that time when I used to live in Dagenham, and boof, that was a scam. I sent the money, never heard from that man again. things that I've wanted to buy, they have asked to send money. I've never received the item because it never existed. Oh my God. Me, I have had it. My karma did come more than once. But anything that sounds good, because there's a whole lot of scams out there, boy. A whole load. Like, I can give you a catalogue being a Nigerian of the type of things that I've heard. And there's nothing like, it may be hard and it may be a bit tough sometimes, but you working and doing what you need to do for yourself, by yourself, and getting paid at the end of that, no matter, I don't value it as little money or whatever, but that's something that you worked hard for. It's yours. You did that, you know? There's a solace in that. Like, every Friday that comes and I'm getting paid, I'm like, there's a secret solace that I have inside. It's like, it just feels good, and I don't need to keep reminding myself because I've been working since God forever. But there's just, when you really value yourself and what you do and what you know that you need to do to better yourself, and you want to be the only person putting yourself on your own grind, you do value a lot. And you don't know where that money is coming from. You don't know if it's someone's life savings. I had there's this man at work, and he worked for 10 years to save 40 grand to buy his house. And I was like, wow, you saved 40 grand in 10 years. No matter if that's too long, if it's whatever, can you just imagine that being taken just like that? So I would never advise anyone. All these people, yeah, they act like they've got... I got scammed on my mum's birthday. This man messaged me. He told me that he can get massive discounts from Selfridges. And it's such a shame on me because I already know someone from Selfridges that could get me a discount if I wanted one. But he said that he can get 50% off. And I was like, you know what? Fine. He was nice. He approached me through Facebook. I looked at his page. He looked like legit. And I was like, okay. It was my mum's birthday the day before. So he was like, what do you want? You can order up to, you know what, because I like you, you can order up to £500 worth of items and I'll just give you £1,500 worth. And I was like, really? Oh my God, that would be amazing. All right, so he goes, what do you want? So I chose all this stuff here. Full on Junior, I gave him, I didn't even give him 500. I gave him £570 like that. Come mum's birthday. Silence. And I was furious with myself. I was like, for fuck's sake, Junior, man. You just gave £570 to someone just like that. Just like that. Oh, Junior. And what did my mum get for her birthday? Nothing. It was so bad. I felt so bad. And my mum's not someone that wants for things anyway, but I felt bad and I felt so disappointed in myself. Then that idiot had the audacity to phone me and then say, oh, did you report me because my account's been blocked? And I was like, I didn't, but fantastic. Idiot of life. God taught you us a lesson. That's what you get. Me thinking that he's just being genuine or whatever. Oh my God. God, some people can lie. I know someone that works there, so it's cool and all this stuff. But if you can't physically go and buy it yourself, then don't rely on anyone to do anything. I definitely learnt my lesson. That was the last time anyone has ever got one over me, boy. Fucking hell. That was February this year, and that was the last time ever. And you know, it's so funny. Within 2 weeks, I had that money and then some as spare money. It was so weird. It was like I got it back without me. So when you do stuff, when you're genuinely doing things from the kindness of your heart, no matter who comes in or out, who takes advantage of you or whatever, you will always get what's made for you. You know what I mean? In abundance, literally. When you're not, that's when you pay. See now, when I was doing all that nonsense, there wasn't I can say I wanted it for a good purpose, but what good things am I really going to do at 17 with stuff like that, with money like that? Sometimes when things that happen, I'm so happy that I learned my lesson and I had to learn the hard way and I had to go through shit to learn it, because I could sit here, boy, and make a whole 2 days worth of footage without stopping to let you know exactly what happened, because it's very, very, very bad. But there's so much I can only say that I will say, and there's a lot that I definitely won't say. But just be careful. Like I said, like anything that sounds too good to be true, anyone's approaching you about anything, there's a deal, there's an offer, don't even do it. As sweet as it may sound, as tempting as it may sound, as much money as you think you'd be saving or gaining, trust me, there's always a catch, and that catch could be extremely detrimental to you, your career, your life, and your whole well-being. And your name. There's nothing more important than your name and your fucking credit, Without credit, you can't really do shit. I couldn't do anything. Now I can do everything. So, sometimes you live and you learn, And that's how I had to live and learn. So I definitely hope that someone out there learns from this. Because, yeah. There's nothing like a good hard work and earning your way into life and treating yourself and buying something knowing you earned that. You bought that because you worked for it. Yeah, you can't have that appreciation when things are free. That's why a lot of people live carefree. Because they don't really know, they're not really appreciative of what they have, because a lot of people don't have to work for it. So yeah. That's my story, my 419 story. Oof, can't believe I fucking done it, man. Oh my god, I was gonna be so annoyed when she sees this video.